Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can create your first Python file. I assume you already have your Python installed, and if you don't have it installed on your PC, you can download it from the python.org, or you can check the my playlist to see how you can download the Python software. Now getting started creating your first Python file, you need to make use of the IDLE, which is the Python interpreter. And as you can see, I have the Python 3.964-bit here, and I have the IDLE. You are not to use the Python 3.9 directly, you have to use the Python interpreter, which is the IDLE. So let's go ahead and click on the IDLE to see what it looks like. So now in the interpreter, you can easily execute your Python codes directly, like press the, let's say we want to add two numbers. I can just go ahead and press the two numbers and sum them, just like the way you press it in your calculator. Let's say 3 and 4, and it will give me 7. This is how to run your codes on the interpreter. If I want to write a string, I can't just go ahead and start typing the string in here. Let's say this is my first code. Yeah, so I can't print this out. It will return an error. As you can see, syntax error. So the best thing to do if you want to print this out in your shell, just to include the quotes and say this is my code, and then close the quote. When you quote your text, it will print it out for you without an error, just like this. So this is my code. Now we make use of the note editor to write our Python code. If you don't want to make use of the interpreter to run your code directly, let's say you want to send the code to someone, your algorithm, you want to send it to someone, you can make use of the Python note editor. So now all you need to do to get to the section is to create new file. And how do you create new file? Just press Ctrl N and it will open this window up for you. So when you open this window, you can write your Python codes directly. Unlike the interpreter, you cannot write the code directly here. So you need to follow the Python syntax and everything to write your algorithm. Let's say we want to add the two numbers like this. So you can just go ahead and say okay, the first input, storing it inside a variable. We can store the first input in a variable and say okay, x is equals to 3, and then we say okay, y is equals to 4, just like that. So I can say okay, for the sum of x and y is equals to this, or should I say value is equals to x plus y, which is int. The int is used to denote integer. So this is an integer and this is an integer. So this is int x plus int y. So how do I print this out? How do I tell Python that I want the result of these two values? I just have to use the print statement and say okay, print value, like this. So after writing your codes, you can just go ahead and save it by pressing Ctrl S. So you see this pop up saying save as. So just type in the name of the file, let's say my first code, and then save it. So as you can see, I have my first code.py. The .py that you can see here is the Python extension. So Python will always save its file as .py. So this is what you have for the extension. So now how do I run the code in this shell? So just press the run that is up here, or you can press your F5 to run it. So here is the result. I have 7. As you can see, this is it, 7. So what if I want to print out this is my code, So to print out this is my code, I need to make use of the print statement again and say okay, print. Unlike the first print that we have here, because we are actually trying to print out the value of a variable, I can just go ahead and write it directly. But in this case, I'm not printing out a variable, I want to print out a string. So I'll have to include quotes and input the string in it. This is my code, just like this. So this is my code. As you can see, print and open parenthesis, or should I say open brackets, and then a quote, and then this is my code, and then another quote, double quote, and then a close parenthesis or bracket. So I can go ahead and save this and press F5 again. So as you can see, I have 7 and I have this is my code. This is all you need to create your first Python file, running your Python and making use of the Python interpreter. I believe this actually helps. I believe it will help you. So thanks for watching.